Hey, what is up guys, Rob the Undead Gamer here, and you're probably watching this video and thinking, what's with the layout? It all looks a bit weird, but you've probably noticed down there in the centre of the screen, I can't get the fingers right on the webcam. Anyway, first time I'm using webcam, deal with it. It says the Undead Gamingcast. Now, obviously, if you've been involved in the channel for a while, I need to keep it here. If you've been involved in the channel for a while, you'll know that we do a monthly podcast all about video games, the Undead Gamingcast, of course. And we talk about video games, the industry, and stuff and things. And I do that obviously with Mr. Singularity Josh, who's like over there, and Mr. Dragonheart, who's meant to be down there as well. And yeah, anyway, so we do a monthly podcast all about video games, and that has been going live on, well, not live, that's been going up on YouTube. Obviously, with a terrible layout that I've hated every time, but this one's so much better. Am I right? I'm right. It looks good. It's professional. It's great. And also, people have been listening for free on iTunes for the podcast. And so this is just an announcement that the Undead Gamingcast will finally be going live on twitch.tv/theundeadgamer. I'm finally doing everything I've wanted to do with this podcast, not with just the look. This layout looks beautiful, it's great, and it looks good, I think, anyway. And we're going to do it live on Twitch as well. That's always what I've wanted to do with the podcast, is have it go live on Twitch. Fantastic. It's a live show. It's great. Awesome. So excited. So this will be going live on the 25th of April, so that's this Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. GMT over at twitch.tv/theundeadgamer. The Undead Gamingcast will be going live for the first time ever, and that will be the normal podcast, just live. So for anyone who watches on YouTube or listens to free on iTunes, don't worry, the podcast will still be going there. Don't worry, this is just literally another way for us to do the podcast, and another way for you to listen. So if you're about and you fancy listening to the podcast live, then hell, come over at twitch.tv/theundergamer and watch it live. If you still prefer to watch the VOD, don't worry, the VOD will be going up on YouTube, looking like this as well. Beautiful, right? It will be going up on YouTube like a couple of days later or whatever, and then obviously for free to download on iTunes as per normal, so you can just listen to the audio as you're going about your daily business or whatever you do. So yeah, so don't worry, this is just like a third option for you. It's just another way for you guys to listen to the podcast. That's all it is. Fantastic. It's brilliant. It's more options for you. See what we do? We do here. We cater for you. We cater for everyone. So yeah, so don't forget, 25th of April, this Tuesday, 7:30 p.m, the GMTs, twitch.tv/theundeadgamer. The Undead Gamingcast will be going live. Also, I just feel it's very quick to mention as well, just on top of all of that. Yes, this will be a live show. Normally Twitch is like a very interactive medium, so you'll do a live stream and you'll chat with the chat and all that sort of thing. But for the podcast, that won't be the case. Obviously, it's very much a podcast, and we want to keep it, the structure of it and the way we've been doing it for the past couple of years, exactly the same. As in, we are there, we talk about video games for an hour or two, and then that's it, done. If we were to start interacting with the chat and all that sort of thing, and saying hi to everyone that comes on and answering questions and all that sort of thing, then it would not make sense and wouldn't be a very good podcast for those that are watching on the VOD or listening for free on iTunes. So for those reasons, primarily we're going to completely ignore the chat. We're just going to completely ignore the chat. Obviously, when I do other live streams, that won't be the case. But just for the Undead Gamingcast, the chat, you guys are just there to sort of watch and listen and then interact amongst yourselves within the chat. That's absolutely fine. But as for interacting with us, it's not that sort of show. Essentially, just imagine it's your favourite TV show that you're just tuning in live to watch on telly. That's all it is. It's just all it is just another way for you to listen to the podcast, and to keep it the way it normally is and make it not confusing for those that are watching the VOD or listening to on iTunes. We're going to keep it how it is, which makes the most sense, honestly. Plus, if we were to interact with everyone who comes into chat, that would just make the podcast infinitely more longer than it needs to be. And we already have a problem with duration. Sometimes the podcast goes on for way too long, and this would just make things infinitely worse for everyone involved. So for that reason, yeah. So yes, if you want to watch the podcast live on Twitch, then please, by all means, come along on the 25th of April, 7:30 p.m. GMT over at twitch.tv/theundeadgamer, and we will be going live, and I'll obviously be joined with Singularity Josh and Mr. Dragonheart for April's podcast, the Undead Gaming Cast. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and to stay up to date as well with all the latest, not just for me and the channel, but for the podcast as well, keep it on Twitter at the Undead Gamer, and why not join me on Facebook, like the page at the Undead Gamer, and yeah, just stay up to date with everything to do with the channel, everything to do with the Twitch, everything to do with the podcast, all on there. The best places to go. Just go follow, go like, go do it now. So yes, hopefully I'll see you this Tuesday for the podcast. I'll see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Rob the Undead Gamer. Bye bye.